Hi everybody, so welcome to May Favorites. Yes, I'm on time. I think I missed a few of my favorites this year already, and I'm really sorry. I love you guys. You guys have been super understanding as to why I've missed quite a few videos and to why I had to miss a favorites video. Don't worry, you did not miss anything when I didn't upload a favorites because I probably wore the same makeup for about 2 to 3 weeks. That sounds about right. And I'm not even lying or kidding because my makeup was super packed tight. And when I finally got a wonderful little cart from Amazon, I'll put a link down below for it if you want to check it out. When I finally got a cart for it, I felt really comfortable uploading it or unloading it and putting it in the cart and organizing it and all that stuff. I organized it beautifully. The only issue with these carts that I have is that you can't screw them up too tight, or it's really hard to remove the drawers, so they're not super pretty to look at because I have a tendency to go to a slant. So the minute my boyfriend saw it going to a slant, he's like, "What did you do wrong?" And I was like, well, I noticed when I screwed it on really tight I couldn't open the drawers, so I'd rather just not shave up my drawers trying to open them. And it's like, you know what, I have a special closet here for just my makeup, so it's like, it's not a big deal. I could just go hide the drawers. I have not hid the drawers yet because I'm still kind of playing and tweaking and organizing them and just enjoying the freedom of having my space until our roommates get here, because we're gonna have roommates. Something I am actually very excited about is having roommates because number one, it's going to be super easy cost-wise to be here if it isn't already. And it's been a very small but wonderful struggle just trying to adapt to our space, getting things put in, moving things, buying furniture. And whenever you're buying, getting new, starting fresh, there's expense involved. And so I can't really complain because I still had a little bit of room to play. So we do have a lot of meat-free meals just the same, which is wonderful, and I totally love that he gets that side of my personality. So we do a lot of guacamole, we do a lot of rice and beans, and we do a lot of peasant dishes, which is really nice because I can't think of anybody else who would get my personality that way besides somebody who has lived in Mexico or a poor country, Morocco maybe. But anyways, I chose somebody from Mexico. So that being said, we're kind of like looking and planning a vacation we want to take this winter because we're gonna blow Alabama coming this winter. You heard me. But anyways, long story short, what honestly drove me to get this camera was because I wanted personal footage because that makes me happy. I want personal footage of my life. I want home videos, and I love that I'm able to edit them and make them into something that is seamless to a point and watchable. I'm not the best editor, and I'm not somebody who strives to be. I'm a cosmetologist and through and through, and I create videos for the fun of it, and I don't plan to make money off my YouTube. I've never taken a paycheck from YouTube, to be very honest with you guys. I've made money on YouTube, but I've never taken a paycheck, if that makes any sense. First off, I want to start with some things that were sent to me for review, and I really honestly genuinely want to start off by saying I don't accept anything for review that I don't personally want. Other than that, I have turned down money for products. That being said, the newest product that I have turned down money for was these fabulous brushes. I said no, I would just entirely love to have them and send them to me and I'll do a review. So that is what she wrote, and that is what we have here. I will link my review in the bottom bar, but these were a fabulous favorite of mine this month. I cannot express to you enough how wonderful it is to have these additional brushes in my life. I have a lot of brushes that I've received from companies over the years, a lot, and I'm picky, but I understand there's a place and a time for certain products at the same time. So I'm genuine, but I don't just pull something apart for the sake of pulling it apart, if you know what I mean. I honestly think these are wonderful. These are marketed as kabuki brushes, so you're not going to see an eyeliner brush in here. You're not going to see an eyebrow brush in here. I'm just going to tell you that right now. The only other critique I have on this was we could use a slightly finer blending brush, but the quality of these brushes knocked my socks off for the price. So I don't have a genuine complaint because you're only paying $17.99 for 10 amazing brushes. Okay, so Maple Holistics looks just like this. Gorgeous stuff. Go to mapleholistics.com and get this gorgeous stuff for yourself. Now, when I put this in my hair, I honestly thought it was going to be greasy and nasty. And the reason it ended up not being greasy and nasty is because, let's share the ingredients with you. It actually contains water as a first ingredient, which is a good thing. You never want to see a cheap ingredient labeled first. Water is okay. Water is good. And then the next few things, I don't completely recognize off the top of my head, but they are active ingredients meant to help cleanse your hair, make your hair feel really good. There is a great breakdown of active and natural ingredients in here that will really make your hair feel really sleek and shiny, but won't make your hair feel greasy. Keyword greasy. And of course you want some natural oils to sit inside your hair. The interesting thing I saw on this label was the directions. Rinse hair and massage quarter-sized amount throughout scalp. Allow the therapeutic benefits a few minutes, 2 to 3, to osmose before rinsing. And I was like, So it's not advertising that we scrape our scalp with our fingernails, and it's not saying rinse right away. It's saying it's got wonderful treatment in here. Leave it on your hair and then rinse. Oh yes. Finally, a shampoo with perfect directions. Argan, oil, shea butter, pomegranate hibiscus green tea, sea buckthorn. That's a really nice antioxidant right there. Green tea and sea buckthorn. This is non-toxic, non-sensitizing, which means it won't cause you to tingle or anything like that. So it basically also contains shea butter, and it's considered the homeopathic solution. I don't really know what the word homeopathic means, if you want my honesty with you, but homeopathic, I've noticed, is very natural. So don't be scared of the words homeopathic if you're from a state that's like, we're not natural, because Alabama girl, they ain't natural, okay? So the homeopathic solution, it's all good. It just means it's somewhat of a food grade product. But of course there are some natural active ingredients in there that will help the product from dematerializing in your shower. You don't have to refrigerate it, so to speak. So very nice. And of course I have the Ancient Clay Facial Mask I still need to do a video on, because I didn't want to just lump it all into my hair video and make you think like, oh, thank you for the infomercial. That was wonderful, Grace. I love a good highlighter. I do. Not only are they simply beautiful, they give you that gorgeous HD finish, but they give you a beautiful shine without looking messy or wet. And I cannot lie to you, I don't mind looking a little wet. At the end of the day, I love a good foundation that breaks down and looks gorgeous and dewy. I almost think makeup looks better that way because it looks fresher to me. I don't like heavily powdered faces. I think your makeup looks better, more flawless if you got like this shine, this dew, this... I've got some natural skin going on. That's the kind of makeup I like. I think it's just breathtaking and fresh and elegant and natural. So there are some products that will not reduce your shine, so to speak, but will add to your beautiful glowy beauty. This is the Hourglass Diffused Light, and I do like this product if you have medium to fair skin, because it does give you a little something more than I think some of the more beige tone powders. Some of those don't really show up on girls who are more in the light medium range of medium. So this will give you a little something something, make it worth your money. It's definitely more than a face powder, which is what I like, because if I wanted face powder, I would have just bought that and not spent a lot of money on this. So you definitely want the product to make a difference if you're going to spend money on it. I think, whether it looks extremely natural or somewhat unnatural. Some highlighters will look very unnatural, but this will give you a nice diffused light look. It'll just sort of brighten up your cheeks. And when I first got this product, I was not a fan of it. And I honestly, I'm saying that, but you have to trust me when I say this. I was not a fan of the Too Faced Candlelight powder either when I bought that, and then it ended up being a huge favorite of mine. So some of these little like light diffused powders, it takes me a while to fall in love with them, but when I fall in love with them, I fall hard. This is like a beautiful cashmere on your cheek. The Too Faced Candlelight's nice too, but it's more of a glitter. So this doesn't have that glitter in it. It's very soft. If you have on a foundation that is a perfect match for your skin tone and you're light to medium to light, you can actually use this as setting powder if you wanted. Just a disclaimer, if you're going out in the sun all day long, this will look very sparkly. And since I work in a very well lighted space, I prefer to use this right on top of my concealer. Sometimes I won't even put a setting powder between this and my concealer, but this will give me that perfect airbrush look if I don't. And it'll look very soft if I put it over powder. And then there's another product I really like, and this has taken the place on my face away from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have their contour kit, not had, but there's a powder in there called Sand, and I have used that Mama Up, and I've used this up. I don't know if you can see where I hit pan, but this is Beige Pearl. It is an excellent dupe of Anastasia Beverly Hills Sand. So if you are hunting for that, or you've go through highlighters quick, or you're interested in trying something that sort of sits in the vein of a higher end product you can't afford, you won't regret this. This is a good buy. And not only is it affordable compared to Anastasia Beverly Hills, it's actually a fairly high-priced product for drugstore, but you won't be sorry because the case is cute, it performs beautifully. The product is well protected in a very well-made case. There's nothing wrong with this powder at all. I can't stress that enough. It does come with a little brush, so if you're kind of like wondering how do I sculpt my cheeks with highlighter, you can play around with this little guy, and he's good to go. And there's a mirror in there too, so he's good for travel as well. So if you don't have a nice highlighter yet, and you're at the drugstore, this is definitely worth your money. And like I said, I know it's over $5, even in Alabama, but it performs like a high-end product. So if I move back to California, which I probably won't, but if I'm there visiting and I happen to not have this highlighter on me and I want it, I would buy it for a little bit more money than what I bought it for here in Alabama. I like it that much. It's worth it for me. Let's do some skincare. Now, I rarely show this anymore because apparently there was a little issue with Lush I was not aware of because I don't live in a different country. But it was completely censored from the United States. So I apologize if I offended anybody in my skincare video, but this is not really, this is not something I show anymore. I'm almost out of this. I haven't repurchased from Lush ever since I was made aware of that situation. Anyways, long story short, I don't want to get completely into that because I've had a lot of respect for this company over the years, and I'm very sorry if they were disrespectful to anybody. Very sorry. I wish I had control over that. I wish I did, but I don't. And so I went to Avalon Organics. I went to Vitacost, sorry. I love Vitacost. And I picked this up. And I had never really heard of COQ10 before, but I'm very intrigued by it. It's a really nice sort of anti-aging toner, which I thought would be terrific. I'm 30 years old, and this is, I may not look it, but it's definitely something I'm interested in trying out, is anti-aging products that aren't too stringent for us girls who aren't really aging. So this is a wrinkle smoothing, toning, balance, restore, tighten, and cellular renewal. I'm huge into cellular renewal products over the last couple years. And I think they're extremely beneficial for even younger, slightly younger girls than me, maybe mid-20s. There are some wonderful anti-aging products out there that also help reduce oil. So if you're extremely oily, you can give them a go. You might find really great results with them. But there's nothing in here that can't be used on younger skin. Lavender and white tea is beautiful on younger skin. And so try it out. You might see some scar reducing. You might see some acne reducing. Give it a go. There's nothing harmful in here. And it does have some natural oils such as aloe barbadensis. So that being said, it's not going to strip your skin either. It's a really well-balanced toner. Sally's Beauty Supply is a huge favorite store of mine, and it has always been. I love buying supplies there. They're very fair and well priced for anyone who is looking to collect some things for their, cosmetology lovingness or needs. Anyways, you can get excellent quality eyelashes there if you don't want to go online, which is completely understandable. For professionals like me, sometimes we get tips throughout the week and I don't live near a bank, so sometimes it's just easier for me to go to Sally's Beauty Supply or anywhere else that sells affordable lashes. But right now a lot of lashes are reduced. Andrea's are frequently reduced in price, and I like going there because I tend to save a little bit more money than even if I went to a dollar store like Dollar General, which carries $2 lashes, which is excellent, but I can usually get them for even less than that if I just go to a beauty supply store. Madame Madeline is another favorite of mine. If you're looking to shop, you typically will not see eyelashes for $1 on there, but if you do, definitely scoop them up and try them out. And of course, buying your lashes at a very reasonable cost is a great way to try new styles, find new styles, or scoop up discontinued styles. But these actually, I liked the amount of compliments I got on them, so they weren't bad. That's what I mean. When you get to save on your lashes, you find styles you may not have tried otherwise, so it's always a fun thing to do. So Sally's, I absolutely adore that shop to death, and I do plan on getting like a acrylic kit eventually, do my own. You'll see a few videos coming up this month. They're filmed out of order, and that's simply just because I got a few products for review and I wanted to get those up first. But you'll see me go back and forth with short and long nails, and I promise I'm not crazy, but I took them off and I filmed and they'll be out of order. But aside from that, there's no real difference. But yeah, had to do it. Can't really give somebody a good facial with really long fake nails. Not the kind of facials we're doing. So anyways, other favorites of mine, I love the drugstore. I've rediscovered the drugstore, which I love, because I typically would not allow myself to shop in there because some of the deals weren't that great in California when you went to the drugstore. They were not deals. It was more just like, I'm buying a lower quality item for the same price I could get at Sephora, so why? And there were some deals, I'm not gonna lie to you. Through Wet n Wild, once in a while, if there was a sale, you'd get a good deal on Physicians Formula. And once in a while, if there's a good sale, you'd find something good at Milani. But Milani is significantly higher priced in California than it is out here. And even then, if I see Milani being sold for $5 out here, I will not buy it. And it's not because I'm that stingy, but I've seen Milani priced for $3 out here, so I tend to just jump on that one. Because yeah, I got that for my boyfriend. He's definitely somebody who, not nickel and dimes, but he will not allow himself to be gouged on a price. So I've gotten a little bit better on that one. So Milani Matte Naked's a really good rosy tone neutral, and typically I don't go for rosy tones, but this, it's so rosy, it's almost like a brown nude. So I really appreciate this one. It's just like, if you don't know what other lipstick to grab that one. What am I wearing right now? Oops. I'm wearing a short affair, and I don't always go for this one because it is so sheer. It's a really good neutral color. I get a lot of compliments on it. So that's what's on right now. It's got a natural gloss to it too, so it's pretty. But you can't go too heavy with the lip liner with that one. You could see everything with that one. The other thing I'm really into is beach decor. And I have decided to do my vanity with beach decor. Very beautiful. Do you like it? It takes up too much room, I know. I like it. It doesn't matter. Since my vanity is out in the open, I wanted to take the time to really make it look like a powder room and really decorate it. So I wasn't really concerned with space issues with it. I just wanted to make it look, I just wanted to make it functional. I don't really care. I didn't care about it, the rest of that. I just wanted it to be functional. I don't care if it's out in the open. I wanted it to be a beautiful little blogging station and a powder room. And I don't have a special room to blog in anymore. I think I had like a quarter of a room in California. It looked way bigger than it was. But eventually when I got the backdrop in, I ended up with a lot of clutter behind me. I never had the time to clear off, and half the clutter wasn't mine. It ended up being a storage room with just a blogging space. So this is actually way nicer. And I probably should have a background, but I don't want to sleep staring at the back of a projector. So I just have not stuck a projector behind me, and I know it's more professional too. I know you probably don't want to stare at the hamper behind me, but I just have to work with angles a little bit more so you guys can see me better. But I need to work on it something. So you guys tell me. Okay. And I'm going to be doing a Prosecco sangria coming up too. So let me know if you guys would like to see more delicious recipes. And what else do I have to do for you guys? I know I have to do a green eyeshadow look. Very requested. And I have some tip videos I want to do. And some hair tutorials I want to do. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching this one. I enjoyed. talking to you too much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.